wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Hello and happy Monday. Welcome to the KVJ show. How you guys doing today? Yeah. Did you guys have great weekends?
Yeah, I
exciting?
did.
Yeah?
I had a very, so my garage used to be a disaster, and we had a complete and total garage renovation.
Boy, that sounds so adult and so boring.
It was big.
Oh, wow.
But everything, like, we got these big, giant industrial metal shelves.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And now everything is on those. Like, you can actually walk through the garage. It doesn't look like hoarders live there.
Okay, that's always fun.
Yes.
Getting your life in order.
I think if you have a jumbled, yucky space, it makes a jumbled, yucky headspace too. Because every time I would walk in there, I'd be like, clanked.
Yeah.
But now I walk in there and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, it depends on how you're set. My mind is that way. I need to have order, and if there's disorder, then I'm clanked. Can't focus.
It's tough to relax in an unorganized environment.
Well,
Yes.
all I look at and I see is all the things I have to clean. And so my mind just starts thinking about all that instead of thinking about other things that are actually fun or healthy. But when I look at the space and it's all labeled and the stuff is in bins on metal shelves, I'm like, ah.
Yeah, peace and tranquility.
Yes.
Okay.
It makes my mind ease.
How tranquil was your house after the Bills lost last night?
Panda had to get his stuff and leave and go walk around the neighborhood by himself for about 45 minutes. No one was allowed to go with him or talk to him.
Yeah, I was wondering how that all went down because I was watching last night.
They had it in the bag.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, a really exciting touchdown pass with just a matter of seconds left. You're like going, okay, they're going to win this game against the Arizona Cardinals, who the Dolphins beat last week. And then just the miraculous play of the weekend. It was a 50-yard bomb into the end zone, and there was one Cardinals receiver and three Bills around him, and he came down with the football, and maybe the greatest play of the NFL season so far, and unfortunately it went against all the Buffalo Bills fans.
It was rough.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, it's the first thing I thought of was your husband. I'm like, boy, that's a dagger in the heart.
I came down to the den, and he had switched rooms because he was in the living room.
Yeah.
But then he felt bad juju in there.
Oh,
so he
okay.
went into the den, and he was trying to burn the nervous energy. This is like, 5 minutes till the game ends. He's basically tweaking out like a crackhead.
Okay.
And so he starts folding all this laundry that I have sitting on the couch.
That's kind of handy.
Well, it helps him channel all that.
Okay, well, that's nice. Yeah, just any Bills game, just throw all the chores in front of him.
And then he was so happy one minute, and then he was so sad the next.
Yeah, that's football for you. That's some tough stuff. Your Saints look good?
Saints pulled it out. Yeah, they started a little rusty looking, but they settled down.
Okay. And then I got to tell you, Dolphins fans just got to be riding high today.
Yeah.
Riding high.
Another win.
Yeah, another win. And I think that's 5 in a row.
Not bad.
And they're 6-3 now. And with the Bills losing, I actually was good for the Dolphins. And I'm telling you, it's a new team. There's new excitement. There's an energy here. I think this is the best record they've had since 2001.
Okay.
Yeah. So this doesn't happen, but every 2 decades in South Florida.
2020, baby.
2020. So
it's like like a weird moon or an eclipse
Some
event.
vortex of a year.
It only happens every 30 years.
Yeah. But I think Dolphins fans are very optimistic for the future, hoping this isn't just a one-off, once upon a time kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes. So some fun stuff from over the weekend. Congrats to the Miami Hurricanes. They picked up a win too. FAU beat FIU, so that was all good. So the Florida Gators looking decent. So some stuff from over the weekend. And also got to say a big congratulations to Jupiter's Dustin Johnson. Did you see any of the Masters?
I heard about what he did. 20 under?
20 under, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It basically a new course record that he set there.
Good for him.
Yeah, it was really cool. So he was able to do that, and his brother Austin is his caddy, and so they were just hugging each other on the final hole because they knew it was in the bag.
That's adorable.
Yeah, and then they were interviewing Dustin Johnson afterwards, and he just was very emotional talking about his first Masters win.
It's a dream come true. It's, as a kid, always dreamed about, being a Masters champion.
It's okay.
It's hard to talk.
You've earned this right.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I've never had this much trouble gathering myself.
It's okay.
On the golf course, I'm pretty good at it. Out here, I'm not.
Yeah.
I do. I put in a lot of hard work. I've got a great team. Jesus.
Okay.
Are you crying? There's no crying in golf.
Yeah.
I mean, he's full on weeping like a bitch.
I mean, that was so uncomfortable.
Bawling.
The first interview, and it's okay. Silence,
okay.
silence,
It's okay.
tears. Oh,
It's okay.
That's rough.
He might have wanted to say, you know what, let me go in the little clubhouse real quick. I'll see you in 5.
Let me gather myself. Give me just 5 minutes.
Just 5.
He needs to go to the powder room.
Go do a little tequila shot.
So there you go. So big congrats to him as he gets his first green jacket.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second in your Dirt of the Day, if you want to see Shia LaBeouf in the LaBeouf, he's got a full frontal naked scene coming up. I'll tell you where you can scoop it up.
This ain't the first time we've seen his goods, right? He's flashed us before.
I can't recall, but I always like a new flash.
I'll look into it.
I always get excited. So I'll tell you coming up in a second how you can see that. Before we get into that, it looks like the People's Choice Awards happened, whether you like it or not. Tiffany Haddish won for the Female Movie Star of 2020. Looks like Mandy Moore won for her work on This Is Us. And Justin Bieber, here he is, a little clip for you. The artist of 2020, Kevin.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Best male artist.
He's lonely.
There he is.
That's the dumbest song I've ever heard.
Doing some yodeling in there.
I mean,
That's what
who
that is.
co-wrote that with you? Sam Smith?
I think the problem is I don't think anyone helped him. I think that was all.
That's the problem. Did you write that one without any help? Oh.
Was that a yodel in there?
Yeah. We've heard that before, and I didn't like it again this time. I know I didn't like it the first time either.
Were you feeling that, Kev?
I'm not a big fan of that one. I do like his stuff, though. I'll give Bieber all the credit in the world, but yeah. I don't know
not
why.
That.
I'm not into yodeling. I don't know why. It's just not my genre.
Maybe it wasn't relatable to y'all. Maybe you guys couldn't relate to a
Yodeling and whining because I'm rich and better than you. Yeah, no, not a fan.
not relatable.
That's a hard no. The guy from Tiger King, Dylan, you remember him? Joe Exotic's husband just got popped for a DUI, got pulled over in Travis County, Texas, and they don't play in Travis County.
They don't, huh?
Just after 3 a.m., they gave him a field sobriety test, and shocker, he was drunk.
Wow, you can get a DUI in Texas, huh?
Yeah, so now he's in jail too, which ironically, Joe Exotic's in jail. So
I feel no, I'll probably wind up there.
not the same jail, but yeah, maybe the same fate for everybody. And Shia LaBeouf is going to be naked in his new movie. The movie's called Pieces of a Woman. It's about marital heartbreak. And he plays a blue-collar worker who goes full frontal, not just once, but a couple of times, Kevin.
Now, according to our sources back in 2013, LaBeouf was in a lot of controversy for a movie he was directing where him and I believe his girlfriend at the time go full gorilla on the screen. So they actually are doing the deed legit on the screen, and that caused a lot of controversy.
But did you see the meat?
I haven't seen the movie yet, but for everything I'm gathering, it's out there.
Even vegetarians want to know, where's the meat?
2013, very controversial. So he knows about nudity.
Pieces of a Woman, that's the new one. So if you want to see full frontal Shia, check it out. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
As we talked about on Friday, SpaceX had another launch yesterday. 4 astronauts going up for a marathon stay in space.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
Roger, 1 Alpha. Godspeed, resilience.
Stage 1, throttle down.
All right.
How come every time it sounds like it's 1961? Every time that you hear that,
I
it just
know.
sounds like
It's they use the same speaker system.
Totally.
Well, they're very calm for being like catapulted into space. I'd be like,
I think I'm going blind.
Yeah.
this is SpaceX. We're good.
Well, we weren't built to be astronauts, Virginia.
No. I lose it on the roller coaster.
Curious if anybody watched that. Could you see anything? I know we had some clear weather.
People said they could see it.
A lot of people were posting all over social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's really cool. If you're out there and you see it, it's pretty darn visible.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of forgot all about it. I was all wrapped up in football, so I forgot we were launching people into space again. So there you go. Did Elon Musk go this time, or is he staying on Earth?
He stayed on Earth, but he'll teleport to Mars today.
Yeah, don't worry.
okay.
He's going in his alien ship.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how this guy, how's he not been up in space yet?
He's an alien. He's definitely been in space.
He has more of an alien pod. It's this whole
He's
big,
got his own
fleet.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, there you go. So anybody check that out. This is one of the many things happening this weekend here in Florida.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about today, Jbird?
Well, I want to wish y'all and our audience, our lovely audience, a happy, happy National Fast Food Day.
Oh, okay.
So it's not even a specific item. It's just
All of
get
it.
in the drive-through.
It's pretty interesting to hear kind of how fast food started to really become a thing here in America. It started off back in ancient Rome, and it kind of was milling around all over the world. And then in the early 1900s, when the boom of automobiles and technology started kind of coming to the forefront, they started putting these shops around, pre-made foods where the automobiles could come up, drive up there, pick up their food. And then by the 1950s, cars were so affordable for everybody, it became very prevalent throughout the entire nation. But really, 1920s and 30s is the backbone of how fast food
Really?
started to become around these parts. Yeah.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah.
Started that early.
It did. Well, I think it started that early, and it didn't become big time until the 50s, where everybody could really afford automobiles and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I did have a question I wanted you to see if you guys could play along, with me. If you could put together your perfect fast food combo, meaning your sandwich, your side, your dessert, and your drink, what do you do? Because I've got mine.
Okay.
Whopper with cheese from Burger King is my burger. I go McDonald's French fries as my side. Then I had one of the butt chicken and seafood brownies. Your daughter Caitlin told us about them. I had never had. They are delicious.
Yeah.
Highly recommend that. That would be my dessert, and then I would do a Coke fountain drink from McDonald's with Tijuana Flats crushed ice.
Okay.
That is my perfect combination.
That's solid.
Fat Kevin, what is yours? Fast food only.
Wow, there's been so many items developed since I stopped eating fast food. But I think probably a Big Mac, McDonald's French fries. Give me a Frosty
from Wendy's.
From Wendy's.
That's a good choice right there.
And then give me a McDonald's Coke.
Yeah. McDonald's Coke, their fountain drink. I don't know what they do to it.
I'm mainly still a McDonald's guy.
They put extra life in that Coke.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Got actually a little punch to it.
What do you got, Vicious V?
I don't know. I'm very finicky. I always change it up and switch it up.
Just make something up just to move along the segment.
I like the Bud's chicken sandwich. It's delicious. It's so fat. I like a fat chicken sandwich. If I'm going to cheat, let's do it right. It better have cheese. Theirs does. I also really enjoy the fries from Rally's.
I don't think I've ever had Rally fries.
You never had Rally's fries?
I don't think I have.
They're
They got
delicious.
Rallies around here?
I don't know. Do they? They used to. There used to be a Rally's on Dixie.
Yeah.
It probably closed.
They need to rally.
They got a Rally.
Yeah, they didn't rally enough.
Yeah.
Are they fast food, Rally?
Yeah, Rally's is fast food.
I've never had it. I'm looking it up right now.
You need to.
Sure that's around here?
I'm not, but in the past, Rally's fries, amazing.
Okay.
I also used to love that Mexi Melt from Taco Bell. Oh,
Taco
that thing was
Bell.
amazing.
Is that one that got axed?
The Mexi Melt was one of the ones that got axed, but
Dang.
seriously, like I could eat like 3 of them and then be in the most happy headspace. And
Yeah.
they took it off the menu.
They have some very solid stuff at the Bell.
And I know that there's debate on like a Chipotle or a Moe's or a Tijuana Flat. Is that considered fast food? I would put that in the category for the sake of the argument, yes. You go up there, you order it, you sit right down, you watch them make it. That's fast food.
I think
to
it's
me.
more fast dine in. I would
is.
put them in the 2 categories. To me, there's that you typically stay in your car, and I'd say typically. Now you can still go into a McDonald's, but typically you're zipping through the drive-thru. And you go into the Moe's or something like that, you're typically going in to sit down. You don't have the drive-thru.
Rally's and Checkers has the same fries.
Yeah, checker fries. A lot of people always talk about them. Highly overrated, in my opinion.
Oh, they
Lead
have-
the league in grease.
They're seasoned, they're crispy, they've got like crispy nuggets on the fry.
If you want to get me all fat and sassy and hot and bothered when it comes to Checkers, you give me their biggest banana milkshake. Oh,
Yeah.
They got a good banana shake at Checkers.
Okay.
Yeah, fast food day, National Fast Food Day.
it gets everybody excited.
It really does.
Right. Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, I have gifts for everybody. So, the Little Smiles Holiday Toy Drive has kicked off, and they are taking in toys and sorting toys, and already hundreds of requests are coming in. You can imagine how great the need is going to be this year for toys for kids. And some friends of ours at Simple Life Medical and Kira Labs actually donated a pallet of hand sanitizer. I don't know if you've ever seen a pallet, if you know how many boxes that is. It's
a
like
lot, right?
cases and cases of hand sanitizer, just so everybody at the North Pole for Little Smiles stays safe, stays sanitized.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
You get a sanitizer.
Whoa.
You get a sanitizer.
Thank you.
Everybody gets a sanitizer.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for my gift, Virginia.
You're welcome.
Very nice. That is a cool little thing to have, huh?
Yeah, they're really stepping it up at the North Pole this year. So everybody, of course, is going to have lots of sanitizer. But they bought one of those fog out machines, too, where they can sanitize all the toys.
Can you confirm or deny the rumors that Rudolph will be wearing a mask?
He will be wearing a mask,
Got
and
ya.
so will Santa.
All right.
He's of
Okay.
advanced age. You can bet we're going to outfit him with a mask.
What I got on my mind here today, I saw that most young people are terrified of going bald. Amen. At least 51% of men under the age of 34 and 55% of women under 34 say that going bald terrifies them.
Yeah, thinning with the female is something that does happen
Yeah,
for sure.
it's
It does.
real.
Yeah, in fact, it's a lot of the numbers. That's the one thing I know working with the hair club is that they always talk about the ladies because it's something that happens to you as well.
Yep.
And so they are very big on treating. It's not just a men kind of thing. So they have treatments for women and men alike. So yeah, don't feel weird. Be like, oh my gosh, women don't worry. Yeah, women do worry about it.
What age were you when you noticed a little bit of the hair thinning?
I was
10.
It's like, what's going on here? It was my 3rd grade class photo.
I think I'm receding.
I'm like, what's going on here? This is very rare. Yeah, I was 25 years old. I remember it. We had just gotten to town, and we were doing this appearance at a karate school in North Palm. And I
remember the picture.
I had to break some boards, and I had bent over to do that.
He was doing the crouch down, like crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Yeah, but when he was down, the camera angle was above his head.
Yeah, because I was bent over, and that was the photo shooting straight at me. And I was like, I saw the photo. I was like, oh my gosh, like, look at that bald spot. Dang.
Balding tiger.
Yeah.
Hidden patches.
That was
Balding tiger, hidden patches.
They just weren't hidden. So yeah, 25. So I started, doing some kind of hair stuff not too far after that.
That's funny because the first time I realized I ever was considered chubby or had weight to me, it was a picture that really, I looked at the picture and go, oh my gosh, I have 2.5 chins right now. It's weird how a picture or something like that can do that.
It usually is. It's usually a reality check. I don't know what it is about photos. You're looking in the mirror.
You don't see yourself.
No.
A mirror does not always give you the accurate representation of what you look like to other people.
And weight, too. It's just very odd. I saw somebody had snapped a photo, and they tagged me in it in Facebook from 2013, and we were at the John Offerdahl Gridiron Grill-Off, the cook-off in Pompano Beach for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I look at that photo, I'm like, I'm fat. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was so just puffy. I'm like, what is going on?
Your face was different because you had I didn't think you were fat. You just were doing a lot of lifting and a lot of that.
Yeah.
Were you lifting with your cheeks?
I was just puffy. I don't know what it was that was going on, but I looked at that and I'm like, wow. So, yeah, you're right. There's something about a photo that really puts yourself into perspective pretty fast. I don't know why the mirror doesn't work like that. We have mirror blindness.
But you were at a football event. You were all swole. You fit in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With the other meaty fat
with the
guys.
Other meatheads. With the linebackers.
Yeah, you fit in with the other fat radio DJs.
Yeah.
Bag lunch Ralston.
Yeah, but I guess my advice to anybody that is, younger and you're freaking out about your hair just from somebody that has gone on the lifelong hair journey, and I pretty much looked at everything. The first thing I would recommend is checking into something called finasteride, and you can pretty much get the generic, so it's affordable. And I get mine, and it's something that will help kind of like, I did that for about 10 years, and I really slowed it down. It was probably in my mid-30s, at least probably 10 to 15 years I bought myself.
Was it like a pill you take and it slows it down?
Yeah, it'll slow down your hair loss. It'll kind of, it's all a chemical thing. I'm not going to explain, but it works and it's relatively affordable.
I've seen a lot of stuff that's out there for balding. Do you have anything that people should stay away from, that they should not waste their money on?
Nair.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Stay away.
There's stuff that people have that hasn't worked for me. Those laser caps never worked for me. And I tried it I remember I tried it when they first came out. I'm like, this is hokey, and I gave it up pretty quick.
Me and Virginia did not at all make fun of you for that.
No, we never laughed at you behind your back.
I was laughing at myself. I'm like, this is ridiculous, guys. And so I did it a second time, no effects. And the third time, I'm like, all right, I'm going to give it a good try. And I did it for quite a while, and I couldn't notice anything. And they swear up and down that it does work. I'm like,
whatever.
I didn't see
Results is all I care about.
Yeah, nothing that I noticed.
The good news is that you did contact aliens. That was the good part of it. Putting that thing on your head.
You gave us a lot of giggles.
Well, they can't do it. You feel like you're getting set up. You're like going, okay, this is just done. Because they know how badly you want hair. So you'll do anything, including putting on a stupid space cap.
Glowing hat.
That blinks and glows in the dark.
It was so bright red.
Well, when you're desperate, you'll do things.
You'll do dumb things. You're going, you realize how dumb this looks, but your desire to have hair outweighs your desire to not look like an idiot. So, yeah, that was the one that wasn't great. Then, like I would say, doing the hair club stuff, they have a lot of different solutions for anybody, and you can just go online, just Google hair club. I think it's hairclub.com. It'll pop right up.
Okay. I feel like you beat it. I feel like you won. Your hair honestly, it looks great.
I love what's going on, and they can set you up. So, I mean, if you are freaking out about it, you don't have to despair. They're getting better with it, and I'm still praying and hoping. They keep talking. Sounds like maybe somewhere in the near future they're going to almost cure it with a better revolutionary pill. I don't know when this is going to happen. I've been waiting 20 years for it, but, who knows? Maybe it'll happen. So if you are freaking out about it, if you were younger and you had the hair loss, finasteride and hair club.
We can walk on the moon, but we can't stop the balding.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, and I still want that fat pill, too. The one that you can take and you don't put any fat on your body.
You can eat whatever you want.
Oh, my gosh. If I didn't have to worry about hair and fat, I'd be set.
If they made that pill where you could eat whatever you want and you don't get... I'd pay a good price.
You'd see a drastic switch in my diet. I would go to an all brownie diet.
You can eat whatever you want, but you grow an extra thumb. Do you do it?
That would make me even a better guitar player. Totally. Yeah. Call me Thumbs. That'd be my nickname. I love it.
Yeah. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, got a little fact or fiction, the educational part of the KVJ show. We're going to learn a little bit about beer today. That's the topic for Fact or Fiction.
I love it.
Including this, according to U.S. law, a beer commercial can never actually show a person drinking beer. Is that fact or fiction? You can't actually drink a beer in a commercial in America.
That seems like a weird American rule. I'm going to go fact on
You're
that.
thinking that might be a fact.
I remember back in the day, Siggy commercials couldn't show somebody puffing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so maybe that is fact, Kevin.
Okay. All right, fact or fiction, you'll find out next.
It's time to gain some knowledge. You learn more here than you would in college. We're the smartest radio station. We are the leaders in education. Is it truth? Is it lies? Kevin's the host. He's got beady eyes. Fact or fiction?
All right, you guys ready to learn about beer today?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a fun class this is, huh?
Yeah, bring it.
How many you walk into class and the teacher's like, hey, we're going to talk about beer today. That just doesn't happen.
Speaking of, I think we're out of beer here.
You have
Oh,
one
geez.
left.
One.
You have one
wow,
beer.
one, huh?
Man.
One beer does not a party make.
No.
It does not.
Tough to make a party out of that. All right, well, got some fact or fiction for you in the beer category here today. First one is for you, Virginia. According to U.S. law, a beer commercial can never actually show a person drinking beer.
Gosh, I'm trying to think. Beer commercials.
And when do you see that?
I kind of feel like I've seen them chug beer, but is that just my friends that I've seen chug beer?
Or is that you during the commercial chugging the beer?
I would do that.
Yeah.
Can you chug in a commercial? I'm going to
Well,
say...
just drink. It's not everybody chugs beer. Like, some people might just be like, let's enjoy the beer instead of chugging it.
What's that like?
I know, right?
We're chuggers, Kev.
Yes.
I'm going to say you can't chug beer in the commercial.
Okay. So is that fact or fiction? Oh, boy.
Took a long time to get. I mean, you've been
Yeah.
asking this question for 15 minutes.
I never thought this game could be so difficult.
Wait, read the question.
Just for the way, I'm just going to give it to you wrong.
And then maybe give her a 2-minute timeout.
It is a fact. You don't get a point.
The audience loses a lot.
Yeah, a beer commercial can never actually show a person drinking beer in the U.S.
That's what I said.
Yeah, but you took too long and I didn't like the way you answered it. You didn't actually answer fact or fiction, so
her outta here.
it was a simple one or the other, so you get no credit for that.
No credit.
No credit for that one. That's not going to happen. Yeah, in fact, they did a Heineken commercial not too long ago with Neil Patrick Harris. Remember, he was kind of alluding to how I would love to drink this beer, this Heineken, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that was all about, if you wonder, because they didn't really reference in the commercial what it was all about, but that was it. All right, Jbird, for you, fact or fiction, most beer comes in brown bottles to keep the temperature cooler. Fact or fiction?
That, my friend, is definitely a fiction.
Definitely fiction, yes. Yeah, they do it to protect it from light. That is one of beer's biggest enemies. So it's not actually about the temperature, it's about the light that comes in and messes up your beer. All right, Virginia, fact or fiction? Condensation on your beer bottle actually causes it to warm up faster. What do you think about that? Is that fact or is that fiction?
I don't know. I'll guess fact.
You're going to guess fact? That is correct. In fact, when you use a beer koozie, it's not so much about insulating the beer as you might think. It's actually to keep it dry.
And to show off your sweet koozie.
Yeah.
To show off that you went to Cades Cove in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, people. There's.
Yeah, you want people to know that.
People take those things seriously.
Yeah, you definitely want people to know that. Yeah, so they say even the thinnest layer of water will warm your beverage.
Huh.
So keep it dry if you want to keep it cool. All right, fact or fiction here. You get drunk faster by drinking through a straw, Jbird. Is that fact or fiction?
There's debate on that because if you're like me, I drink real hard, real fast through a straw. So it would be a fact for me. I'm going to go fact.
You're going to go fact. Okay. So that is actually fiction.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. I think just drinking is drinking.
I can drink real hard through a straw.
You can.
I can fast.
Yeah.
Beer through a straw feels weird.
It does. It does. It feels weird. People make fun of you, too, if you do it out in public. Believe me, I know.
As a man, yeah, they should.
Do. All right, back to you, Virginia, here. Beer, fact, or fiction. Drinking beer before liquor really does make you feel sicker. Is that fact or fiction?
I think that's fiction.
I don't know, man. I feel like I've done that.
Mm-hmm. I am going to say that Virginia is correct.
It doesn't matter.
It is fiction. Yeah, the order doesn't really matter. The rhyme came from the fact that if you get wasted on beer, you're probably more likely to drink too much liquor later on. But order doesn't matter. It's just you drink it, you're going to drink it.
But that's actually a good theory right there. I can see that being true.
I think, too, it's like what you have in your stomach.
It is. It's really about your body reacting to your blood alcohol level. It's how much alcohol you have in your system. Your stomach's not like saying, well, nope, got here first. What got second? It doesn't know. It just all mixes together anyway.
Man, I'm learning so much stuff I'm going to forget later.
Yeah.
When I drink.
Fact or fiction here. Beer really does make people look better.
Yes, beer goggles are real, y'all.
You're going to say that is real.
Bet a victim. Totally.
Okay, that is actually a fact.
Yes,
Right.
it is real. Bad lighting and a lot of alcohol can make a lot of people look real good.
The bars know what they're doing.
They do.
Yeah. Scientists have actually found the part of the brain responsible for beer goggles. It's the accumbens. And the nucleus accumbens, apparently, and alcohol stimulates that part of the brain to determine facial attractiveness.
I do not trust my accumbens. My accumbens have always led me astray.
Your nucleus accumbens gets out of whack.
I think beer goggles affects certain people more than others.
Yeah, probably.
I do,
man. People are
man.
more desperate or more horny.
Yeah, maybe.
It gets at 'em.
Desperation paired with horniness is a terrible combination.
It is. Terrible
You're
combination.
going to make a mistake.
It's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Fact or fiction for you, Virginia, in the category of beer, certain brands of wheat beers have actually been proven to whiten teeth.
Wheat beers?
Yep. A wheat beer, yeah. You'll get better smile.
I hope that's true. I'm going to start drinking wheat beer. Fact.
Gonna go fact. Gosh, it's too good to be true.
It seemed that was a Kevin-like fact.
I just wanted it so bad.
I know. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? You'd be going, I'm just trying to whiten my teeth.
It's not my fault.
I don't
I'm
have a
drunk.
drinking problem. Yeah.
I'm falling down, but these teeth are so pearly.
I'm losing my family, but look at my smile.
Yeah. And finally here, Bird, fact or fiction. For a brief time in the 1970s, there was an adult beverage sold which was a blend of beer and Gatorade.
It seems like a 70s thing to do. Fact.
Okay, you're going to go with a fact on that. How delicious that would be, huh? You are correct. Can't imagine it didn't work. It was called the Hoppin' Gator, and it was bottled by the Pittsburgh Brewing Company. It came out like in 1969, and it was pretty much gone by 1970 because it tanked.
There was a rumor back in my middle school, if you mixed alcohol and Gatorade, you would suffocate. And I don't think it's true, but
Was that spread by Kay Pennington
It used to
keep you from drinking?
maybe it was my mom who spread that rumor. It freaks me out, Virginia. I've never mixed Gatorade and alcohol.
There you go. Well, just to let you know, we got something pretty cool going on, giving you lots of trips for free over to Jamaica, 4-day, 3 nights. A 5-star vacation for 2 with airfare to Sandals Negril. It's the beach resort there and spa in Jamaica. And all you got to do is if you plugged into the KVJ show and we started on either our mobile app or our online streaming player at WRMF.com, you actually are going to get credit and could be picking up a free trip this Friday. So that's what we're going to be giving for you. A free trip over there to the Sandals Negril Beach Resort and Spa in Jamaica.
Amazing.
Yeah, Randy is going to be there broadcasting live. She actually got to go to Jamaica.
Well, she went to go check it out to make sure it's all legit for everybody else.
Yes, she did.
Okay.
What a nice job.
But she's technically working?
Yes.
Technically is working. Yeah, she gets paid to go enjoy Sandals.
Pretty good gig.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. So you can listen to that as she's going to be here on the radio from noon to 2 today at 97.9 WRMF. Every year they come out with that top earning dead celebrity list with Forbes. Who do you think was tops of it this year, Jbird?
I'm going to go with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that is it. Michael Jackson again. Numero uno.
Let me guess. Elvis is number 2?
No, Elvis has dropped down. And the reason why is because Graceland's been closed because of the COVID. He typically is right up there, but his death is not making as much money this year.
Isn't that something, though, Elvis is still talked about today as being one of the top? I know Corona got in the way. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think that, I think his fan base is, they're dying off. They're probably in their last 10, 15, 20 years of making some good cash.
But do you think even after they die off, Elvis' popularity or his legacy, I should say, is gone?
I wouldn't say gone. I wouldn't say that it's a race, but it's going to diminish.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you open up a Beethoven house right now, do you think a lot of people would be cramming into the Beethoven house?
Did Beethoven change the game like Elvis did? I don't know.
I think he's credited as doing pretty well.
I know he is now.
Yeah. So Michael Jackson's number 1, 48 million. He's been dead for 11 years already. Number 2 on the list is Dr. Seuss. Still raking in that cash, and he's been dead since 1991.
Huh.
His estate made $33 million, still selling a lot on licensing out Dr. Seuss and selling the books.
I think those books are going to be around for a minute.
Just because to show you, write a children's book, huh?
No kidding. Throw a couple rhymes in there.
Yeah. I think we're on the wrong line of work. Not to mention, too, Charles Schultz, the Peanuts creator, he's been dead for 20 years. Still making $32.5 million.
Wow.
But you think about how they still show the
Peanuts,
Charlie Brown
yeah.
Christmas and all that every year. That's cha-ching, money in his bank account.
He died 20 years ago?
20 years ago in 2000.
I remember when that happened.
Yeah, you're old. Yeah, you got Elvis down to number 5. $23 million that his estate made.
Top 5, though.
Yeah, it is. Still pretty good. Kobe Bryant, one we just added to the list this year. $20 million his estate made this last year in different Kobe products. Some other new names, sadly, just added to this list, like Juice WRLD. He's number 7. $15 million, just dead since last December, coming up on a year since his death. You've also got your Bob Marley, your John Lennon. Prince is in at number 10. $10 million, which I thought his estate would make more than that. Only $10 million for Prince?
I know they want to make more than that. They're trying to sell everything.
Yeah. Freddie Mercury made more this year because of everything that came out with Bohemian Rhapsody. So his estate made $9 million. He's been dead since 1991.
So what do they make? How do they make the money? Are they just from song royalties and?
It's a various different projects that they have. Sometimes it's licensing. Sometimes it's royalties. Maybe it's used in a commercial.
Right. Yeah, that's probably where the bulk of Freddie's money's coming from.
It's a bunch of different. Well, I mean, think about that. The
Movies.
The show must go on is right now being used in that Amazon commercial with the girl who's the ballerina and her recital gets canceled, so they do it on the rooftop, and that's going to be shown all the way through the holidays. So this time next year, the descendants of Freddie Mercury are like, yeah, baby.
And keep in mind, too, towards the end, they made that deal where they all get part of the song, right? Let's say Kevin wrote the song, we'd still get part of the money. They went it all in fair, equally distributed.
Ironically, the show does go on.
Yeah, it does. Hey, he wasn't lying.
I don't even think Freddie wrote that song. In fact, I don't even know if Freddie had anything to do with that song other than singing it. But I think he's still getting money for it.
Okay. There you go. It's his pipes. And Marilyn Monroe has been dead since 1962, and her estate still makes $8 million a year.
That's a weird story about her.
You did.
That she died certain parts of her body.
Yeah, she did. She died.
The attic, Virginia.
No,
the basement. She died the basement.
I died my attic too. This just in.
I meant to say basement.
Breaking douchebag news.
It's stories everywhere today.
She died in the basement?
That's what they're saying.
Because it was gray?
I don't know.
No, she did it because she didn't want it to show. Like, she is famous wearing that white dress. And apparently Marilyn didn't want to wear drawers, but she didn't want, it to show through the dress, so she would dye her basement hair.
She bleached her mane.
Yeah, she did, so you wouldn't be able to see it through her dresses and whatnot, and she didn't want to wear the drawers.
There's no way that didn't burn, right? Dying back in the 60s?
You've got to be super careful not to get any south of the forest range.
I'm just letting you know, dye can burn pretty bad, and that is a very. I don't know why I'm mansplaining that area to you, but
thank you for explaining my privates to me.
It's very
I've
sensitive.
only had them for 47 years.
He's just letting you know, Virginia.
Thank you for telling me the vagina is tender.
It's very tender.
Yes, it is. Got to watch yourself if you're going to pull Marilyn Monroe. That's what you need to know. All right, celebrities having birthdays today. Pete Davidson from SNL is turning 27, and Maggie Gyllenhaal, who was in the great Dark Knight movie, is 43 today. Also, we've got Auntie Nicole is having a birthday. Jackson had sent that in, and also we got a little birthday here for Joe's wife, turning 39 today. She's refusing to turn 40 on 2020. I get it.
Don't do it, girl. You're right.
Yeah, you're like, I need to turn 40 on a better year, so it's not going to be this year, maybe next year.
Get him make good.
Yeah, happy birthday, Renee. Love, Mary, Jeremy, and your big dumb CB. Okay. All right. If you got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ show, you can let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. Kind of our little ongoing soap opera here in Palm Beach, and that is the Jeffrey Epstein case. This is a guy that had tons of money. He had tons of influential contacts, and there were photos of him with the presidents that we have had, Clinton's, Trump, everybody else pretty much tied in with all this kind of stuff. And just trying to figure out exactly what was going on. And he was recruiting a lot of high school girls in this area to come over to his place. And it was, just a terrible thing and a crazy story. And you had even talked about in the dirt in the last 2 weeks, Virginia, that his Palm Beach place is up for sale. It looks like somebody's going to buy it, tear it down, and put something new up there.
Yes.
So the big question was, he got this sweetheart of a deal back in the day where it was just basically a slap on the wrist, where he was to check himself into gun club over there. And he had kind of an open door policy, and he kind of used it like as an office. And they're like, okay, so what was going on here? And our newly reelected Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw was kind of in the middle of the conversations of everything that had happened. And then also, too, there was this guy Acosta. He was the guy that was the federal attorney, and then he kind of like gave the sweetheart deal, and then he wound up working in the Trump administration until somebody said, hey, this Epstein deal looks a little bit crazy, and there was controversy, and then he had to resign from Trump's cabinet. And now the Justice Department has ruled on that little sweetheart of a deal. Fair or foul, Virginia? What do you think the ruling is?
It should be foul.
Okay, you think foul?
No inmate should be allowed to come and go from jail. It's ridiculous. What are we doing?
The Justice Department has ruled it was fair. They say that former Labor Secretary Alex Acosta exercised poor judgment in handling the investigation into Jeffrey Epstein. So is it fair or
not? He had poor judgment, but he's still fair? Okay.
They say he did not engage in professional misconduct, and that's the big question. So he didn't do it well, but he didn't do anything wrong, is what they're saying. And Acosta has already started pounding his chest, expressing vindication, saying that it fully debunks allegations that he had cut a sweetheart deal for Jeffrey Epstein. So
all right, just say it out loud. The prisoner is allowed to come and go from jail as they wish and go work in an office where they've got a bunch of girls all around them all day with no one watching them from the prison.
Now, here was the deal that happened in 2008. Epstein pled guilty to state charges in Florida of soliciting and procuring a minor for prostitution. That allowed him to avert a possible life sentence. Instead, he served the 13 months in a work release program, which sounds like it was more release than it was work.
It was all release. Tiny bit of work.
And then he had to make payments to victims and register as a sex offender. So that's what they hit him with. The attorney for several of Epstein's victims, Brad Edwards, that you've seen on the Netflix documentary, he said, "We are left still wondering why Jeffrey Epstein got the sweetheart deal he did and who exactly made the decision to transform a lengthy sex trafficking indictment into a non-prosecution agreement." So they are not satisfied, but Acosta says, "See, told you." And the Justice Department is saying, "Yeah, you used poor judgment, but you didn't do anything wrong." So that's where they've let that out. So it looks like that'll probably be a dead end, is trying to get accountability as to who actually ordered that deal and was it right or not. Justice Department says it's all good.
Somebody farted. There's a stink in the room. I don't know who did it. I don't know why they did it. We've heard there's a giant conspiracy theory of a cover-up because Epstein was some sort of operative that was getting information on foreign people and dignitaries, and all of this information was being compiled. Who knows? None of us at our measly level will ever know the truth of why Epstein got the deal he did. But somebody farted. We smell it. We just don't know who did it.
I think it just goes to show you that at certain levels of government, they can do anything that they possibly want.
There you go.
There's no level of us pushing and investigating and prodding and poking, and it doesn't matter who's on your side. Sometimes with the dark realms that happen in the U.S. federal government, they can do things that they would never, ever be held accountable for. And I think, honestly, the Jeffrey Epstein situation is going to be one of those things where you'll never know the truth. No one will ever be held accountable. And you just got to take whatever justice you can get and be like, oh, well.
And is it because he was some sort of operative? Or is it because so many people got paid? Was there a massive cover-up because it's a government thing?
Yeah.
Or is it just a lot of people got rich and they don't want you to know that a lot of people got rich off of Epstein's shady money?
Yeah, that was the latest thing we had heard, was that the CIA possibly was using Epstein because he had a lot of dirt on a lot of people, including foreign world leaders, and they said, hey, don't touch this guy. You can't prosecute him. He is immune because we are using him as a government asset. And that could have been it. And that's maybe why somebody's like, hey, at the Justice Department, would be like, you need to say that Acosta, he was
nothing.
He was an idiot, but it wasn't anything shady.
Yeah, because anybody with half a brain can listen to this story and go, it was a shady sweetheart deal.
Yeah.
The guy was supposed to be in prison, and he had a work release thing where he could leave during the day. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Somebody in the chat room saying, why is the Epstein important? I really have no idea. It was somebody, and a lot of people really don't know how he got a lot of money, and they're like, this guy shouldn't have had this money for what he did. It seemed like he was able to barter, manipulate, and also probably blackmail a lot of people out of a lot of money. And then the reason why I think his name is important is because there were shady underbelly dealings happening with the federal government, and it just goes to show you how those kind of things work and operate. It's a great conspiracy theory that probably will always remain a conspiracy theory.
And if you go back and watch the special on Netflix, is it Filthy Rich? It really is interesting because you had good cops that were trying to take him down.
Right.
But within the same initial police department, you also had bad cops that were on the take that destroyed evidence and gave him a heads up that they were coming to raid his house. And so all these computers were all gone, and who knows what was on the computers. So this is just how it is.
If the right people protect you, there's nothing and no one that can get to you in the United States.
And just know that. That justice is not fair for everybody.
That is the lesson that we're getting out of the Jeffrey Epstein case, basically.
And nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
Be mad all you want.
That's right. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, Jbird got an odd delivery over the weekend. Something showed up at his door, and Denny's was like, dude, you do not want to partake of what they just left for you. I will let you know what it is. And did Jbird jump in? You'll find out next.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Jbird got a mystery delivery that came to his door, and Denny's couldn't believe that he was about to partake in what was delivered.
Is the stalker firing it up again?
I don't know what's going on. People know where I live, and they leave stuff. I wouldn't say a lot, but quite a bit more than your average person. Like not the other day, but a while ago, I was walking up to my gate, and there's this giant stormtrooper at my gate. Someone just left a stormtrooper at my gate. Now it's part of my doorway now.
Okay.
Yeah, people just leave things there.
Okay.
And I have no idea who got me the stormtrooper. There was no note. Just someone dropped it off.
Just there it is.
It's in my patio now.
They just leave you gifts.
It's very tall.
You feel safe?
Nice.
No, I actually forget that it's out there, and at nighttime I walk out and it scares the hell out of me.
I confuse it for an axe murderer.
I do. I actually do.
Well, are they just sending the message that they can get to you if they want to?
I don't know what it means. It's an awesome stormtrooper thing. I love it. But
it's a nice gift.
Maybe it's somebody who lives in your neighborhood and they've seen you and they've got a kid maybe that outgrew it and they know that you're a grown-ass man that loves toys.
All of it's possible. That would kind of be what I would think too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Santa.
I've been a naughty boy in 2020.
Oh, okay. All right, so maybe not.
Actually, I haven't been. That's the problem. I haven't been naughty.
You want to be naughty.
I want to be.
It's not for lack of inner desire.
So what was it that you had delivered to your place that Denny's can't believe you actually partook of?
Somebody dropped off a large cheese pizza with garlic bread, and I have no idea who did it. It was just left on I had knock on the door. Chewy starts to bark, go down there. There's nobody there. There's pizza, garlic bread, and that is it. I have no idea where the pizza's even from. I have no idea where the garlic bread was from. It's from a restaurant, obviously, because it's in a delicious pizza box.
Was it sealed? Because that's what a lot of them are doing now. They seal the pizza at the restaurant, and then when you get it at home, you unseal it as the consumer.
It was not sealed, Virginia, but it looked like it was legit. And it smelled wonderful.
You ate it.
Yeah.
You ate it, didn't you?
Got the best out of
I
them.
did eat it. It got the best of me, and Denny's thought I was out of my mind.
I made the suggestion that you probably should not eat it.
I'm with Denny's.
I did, and I feel great. No poison.
All right.
I think I won.
Who are these pizza fairies?
I don't know. It was weird. I normally wouldn't eat it. I swear to you.
Yeah.
I was so hungry. It was kind of late. I didn't feel like dealing with anything. I didn't have any food at my place, so I said, screw it. I'm going in.
And this is how they get you.
Yeah.
The third pizza has arsenic.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the
If
most
they build up the
brilliant-
false confidence
Right, the faith.
with the pizza,
Yes.
and then you're like, oh, these pizzas, they're great. A pizza fairy.
I went
one has
against
poison.
I went against my gut, and I said, I'm getting down.
You went with your gut.
I did. Okay.
Your gut made that choice.
All right.
There's no way anybody here would eat it, right? Am I the only one?
I would never eat it. Never. I would knock it out of your hand if I saw you going to eat it. I would roundhouse it out of your hand.
Well,
what are you doing?
I justified it because I'm like, I didn't eat the whole pizza, so maybe they didn't completely poison me.
Yeah, it's not enough poison.
I'll only half die.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm living my best life. In fact, I feel like I'm in my prime.
And this is how they get him.
They can get me at any point. I'm the easiest man to murder. Y'all know where I live. You kill me
You
on
know
a
how to
Friday.
do it. Just put a pizza there. I can't resist.
You're right.
I mean, you're pretty much laying out the map on how to do this.
All you gotta do is lure me with
Yeah.
a pizza.
Pizza.
Pick me off. It's so easy.
Yeah, easy to kill. That's the new Bond movie for you.
I still feel like I made the right decision.
Did it have extra sauce?
It did. Somebody knew. Somebody
Yeah.
knows what I like.
Extra sauce, cheese only. This is an inside job.
Garlic bread.
I think it's an ex-girlfriend.
No, I don't think it's an ex-girlfriend.
What do you know?
Denny's, it's not an ex-girlfriend.
Denny's?
I mean, it's hard to say.
chances are it's somebody close.
Someone's saying the stalker. Look, if it is the stalker, she brought me a really good pizza. she brought me that wet ass pizza that I love.
Yeah.
Where was it from? Did it say?
That's the thing. I couldn't figure out where it was from. It had the delicious pizza, logo on there.
But it was a generic box.
It was in a
box.
very generic styrofoam with the garlic bread. So I have no idea. It could be from 800 restaurants, Virginia.
Interesting.
And my palate could not identify the cheese and sauce.
Could it identify the arsenic?
There was this one taste I couldn't quite place.
Right. Fascinating stuff. So I guess you got to say a thank you to whoever left you a delicious pizza and
call them out.
Yeah.
Thank you to a stalker, whoever
it is. Thanks for the free pizza. Okay, who do we need to call out here today? You can let us know on the KVJ show. You can even text him in, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Got some emails as well sent to mail@kvjshow.com, including one from Kyle that says here, Virginia, you claim to be some fancy Tequesta foodie, but I'm calling BS. You don't even know how to pronounce charcuterie. It's French, for God's sakes.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
You fake fancy.
All right.
I don't know how you do say it.
I don't know either. I just say it the best I can. I don't know what to tell you.
What do you say?
Oh,
Virginia?
come on. Fight back. Don't surrender.
I thought it
when-
was charcuterie. I don't know.
Okay.
Gill back. I don't like a surrendering Virginia.
I don't care enough.
Okay.
If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Tell me how to say it right.
Okay, here it is.
So in English or American, you'd say charcuterie, charcuterie. Now in French, you'd say charcuterie, charcuterie, charcuterie.
Oui, oui, oui.
Shaka Khan? Shaka Khan?
Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan.
Okay, so it's called charcuterie.
Yes.
Charcuterie.
Just throw a little bit of slobber in there and you said it right.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
My girlfriend says shark coochie.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's a different take on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Shark coochie.
Yeah, okay. We got it.
Kevin only has so many dump buttons.
Yeah. I'm going to repeat it 5 times. Okay, other column outs that we got here. This one says, I want to thank my husband for being chivalrous enough to be willing to take care of his wife with a bedroom activity that not all guys are willing to do. Okay.
Wow.
What's going on here?
Where's the more details?
Let's explore this situation.
Yeah.
But I would like to call him out for thinking it was a good idea to eat flaming hot wings right before he did. He thought my first scream was out of ecstasy, and it got him more excited. He then got the picture after I kicked him in the head. A tough lesson for us both.
Wait a minute. What's going on here?
He had spicy food on his tongue.
Yes. Or his mouth, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I thought. I just
Just
wanted
a lesson learned. Yeah, don't have spicy hot wings and then...
Put it on your charcuterie.
Wow, what a text, huh?
Yeah. How about that?
That's how we're getting started today. I like it.
Okay, lesson learned there. That's a call him out. Another email here said, I rarely go to my boyfriend's apartment as it is tiny and only has one bathroom that he shares with a roommate.
Oh.
The other night, we stayed at his place, and in the morning, I went to take a shower. When I got in the tub, there was only one bar of soap, and I asked him where the washcloths were, and he said, who uses a washcloth? We just use that bar of soap. I turned the water off, and I went home to shower. Who does this? Boys are gross.
Yeah, I think you'll find that's how it is with most boys that have roommates. They don't care.
People in general with roommates, the girls can be gross with soap too, y'all. But I had a big family. We led the league in nothing but bar soap. I don't know why we always had bar soap. It was so gross.
Back in the day, there was no other option. There wasn't all this body wash BS that you got today that they charge you like quadruple what it costs.
Yeah, I
for
guess
a
you're
bar of
right.
soap. Like, it's ridiculous how much more expensive body wash is than a bar of soap.
We'd get that soap on a rope, and It gives me the chills thinking about that rope rubbing together with the soap. It's almost like nails on a chalkboard. It'd always be on the shower head, and it'd always be covered in hair.
And have you guys always used like a washcloth or a device, or has anyone ever just take the bar of soap and rub that straight on their skin?
I think people rub it on their skin, dog.
I've done that.
I've done it.
Yeah, in fact, if we go on like a little family vacation and we don't have the usual, and there's a bar of soap.
It always grossed me out when you would feel sand pellets in the soap. You're like, oh, man.
Yes, if you ever pick up a dirty bar of soap.
It's the worst.
It is really gross to get a dirty bar of soap.
I was raised on dirty bars of soap.
Okay. And another email here for a call 'em out. Last week, I told my husband something involving a friend of ours that was incredibly personal and potentially devastating. It could literally end a marriage. Well, my husband swore up and down that he wouldn't tell a soul, and then he goes out for a few beers with his best friend and tells him, his buddy says, oh, don't worry, I won't tell anybody. Well, he didn't, and the whole thing now has gotten back to my friend because he went home and told somebody, and now my best friend is freaking out, not to mention she's furious with me, and I feel like my husband violated a sacred marital trust, and he's claiming I'm the one who violated the trust.
Well, you all did. If your friend told you something and then you're telling other people, that's how people die in the mafia, Kev.
Yeah, you can't say anything if you've been sworn to secrecy.
Not even your husband.
Right.
Is that the rule? Because I know some people feel like if you tell me, it's as good as telling my spouse.
I do see that too, because that does happen. But if someone specifically has said, don't tell anybody this, and you know your husband has loose lips, yeah, don't tell him.
In my experience, anytime I tell somebody something, if it's a secret and they're married, I just assume the wife's gonna know about it.
Yeah,
and vice versa. Even though I don't want them to,
right?
I just know how this. I just know how it is.
Yeah,
they're going to tell.
So that's what I'm wondering. Yeah, the standard of X. Yeah, so it's like who has the right to be upset here? Because she said I needed to vent because he really doesn't think that he's at fault.
Well, he's
stupid.
He's stupid because he's also at fault, and he's double downing that he's not wrong. She didn't want you to tell. You still everyone's wrong here.
Okay, but he's more wrong than she is.
Yeah, I think he is.
He is more wrong than she is.
She was just telling her spouse, which I don't think is that big of an offense. But if she told him, don't say anything, and then he did, he's way more at fault.
I'm okay if you, like I said, I assume you're telling the spouse anyway. If we can just keep it between us three and it never gets out, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
He had to go run his mouth.
I mean, I'm really not okay with that. I've just accepted that's how it is, Virginia.
Right.
Another call I'm out here. Somebody said, I want to call out my grandma's friend who tested positive for COVID on Tuesday, but didn't call my grandma, who she had lunch with the day before, until 7 o'clock on Friday night.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah,
so she was supposed to call right away?
Yeah, you're supposed to tell people.
Yeah, so I guess if they may have contracted it and they go running around and spreading it out to other people.
You just have to tell everybody you hung out with just prior to getting the positive test, because any of those people you could have given it to.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody would like to call out Hard Rock Stadium for charging $14 for a 16-ounce can of beer.
Yeah, it's not cool.
That's what they do. You just got to either say, I need a beer that badly, or I'm not going to drink during the game.
I'm even noticing, and correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all know this out there, but when you do that, when you get groceries from the Instacart, they really jack up some of the prices. Normally something will cost $6, and then you're ordering it on the Instacart. It's now $9. I think there's some gouging going on here. Just something to look into.
Okay. All right.
I'm 45% sure gouging's going on.
You're 45% sure. Okay. Got a couple of texts about the Instacart stuff. People are saying yes, they do. Charge 5% on some items.
I just broke the story, Virginia.
Look at this.
Yeah, they say, but they do have to do it to make a profit somehow. So that's apparently their business model. And somebody said Instacart 100% does raise prices. I tested it yesterday. I made a shopping list on Instagram Cart and then went to the store instead, and I saved myself $60, not including tip. And somebody said, too, sometimes they go to different locations to find your item, and prices can fluctuate from store to store, even from one Publix to the next.
I just noticed Uncrustables jumped up a couple bucks all of a sudden.
There you go.
All right, well, we broke it open.
Yeah.
You got to pay to play.
You're right.
If you want to sit on your ass at home and be lazy.
You actually have to pay to lay.
You have to pay to lay.
Pay to lay. That's what it is.
Otherwise, you want to save money, go to the store yourself.
For sure. Oh, and another throw-in for the Hard Rock Stadium. One more thing. The parking was $50. Yeah, that's that's what I was telling you when I went to get my COVID test at the stadium. I was like, I'm like, wow, it's $50 for parking. It's just too expensive to go to many Dolphins games. So
wasn't it just 25? Like not too long ago?
I thought it was.
It hasn't been that long.
The 50 jumped out at me when I saw it on the sign. I'm like, wow, is that what parking is now? $50?
50 makes me like angry. I don't remember paying 50.
To me, that's, really what you'd want to pay at the most for a ticket. Like, honestly, I know I'm cheap, but.
But it's the Dolphins.
No, you're right.
It's a comeback year. They're rebounding, but still, 50 just a park?
Yeah.
It just ain't right.
Well, it's so much money to go to a game. It really is, because you have to factor every little thing in.
Well, I feel like if you're going to pay $50 for parking, they should at least give you a bag of peanuts, something to make it feel like it's worth it.
No, they do not. Got a nice little positive column out here, too. Megan in Stewart is got a little shout out. Kibbles of Love. What did you want to say, Megan?
Hi. So I recently just adopted a puppy the other day for my dog that I have at home, who's 4 years old. I work at a vet, so I bring her to work all the time. She never liked other dogs, and it always made me super sad not being able to see her play with other dogs.
Okay.
My coworkers. So I was hopeful, bringing home a puppy, being like, maybe she'll warm up to him. I was a little bit nervous, and they have been so inseparable ever since.
Aww.
And it has genuinely made me so happy that now she has such a better quality of life with another dog.
Oh, that's got to warm your heart.
That is really cool. And it is a challenge to try to get, dogs on the same page so that they kind of work out, because it doesn't always work out. But it is nice when you have two dogs that just really like each other and they keep each other company. It is nice.
Oh, I could go down a rabbit hole on YouTube just watching videos of dogs laying on other dogs, or cats and dogs getting along, and then them just snuggling with each other. I wasted at least 27 minutes the other night watching that.
Yeah. I spent 6 minutes watching a puppy ride a chicken. It was just...
I get it, man.
That doesn't seem possible.
Yeah, I know it doesn't.
I spent an hour watching that horse paint.
Yeah, I know. It just sucks you in. All right, you ready to think fast here on the KVJ show? Here's what you got. A little round of think fast here. Okay. I got a topic for you. You just got to come up with a logical answer. The first suits to help me judge to make sure these are good quality answers to get the point.
I'm feeling pretty good today.
Okay, Virginia, Jbird, Danny's in here to compete.
Wait till that poison pizza kicks in.
Yeah, right.
It's a time release.
Yeah.
The stalker made it so that he would fall out at 8:30.
Might be.
I got 15 minutes left.
15 minutes, dog.
Okay, first up here, think fast. A water-dwelling animal that starts with the letter M.
Moose!
Nope, you're out.
Mullet,
Muskrat.
the fish.
What are you going with?
Muskrat, they swim in the water.
Moose wade in the water. That's all
Mullet, it's a fish.
Mullet. Okay, Suits.
Moose.
Which one do you like the best? Water-dwelling animal, moose. The perfect answer would be manatee.
I guess we're going mullet.
Which one do you like, Suits? You Virginia or bird? Oh, Virginia. Oh, yeah. I said her bird. He's like, no. He's like, no.
I say you reek.
All right, Suits gives that point to Virginia. Damn it. For best answer.
Moose bird? Come on.
Moose.
Okay, next up, think fast. A flavorful sauce that starts with the letter T.
Tomatoes.
Taters!
What'd you say, Virginia?
Tangy?
What'd you say, Bird?
Tater.
Tater sauce?
No, we're both out.
I said tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce. We'll give that to
I
Denny.
meant to say tartar sauce. mine's still.
Tater
I'm
sauce.
still thinking about the first one, moose.
We got to get it together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right now, the game starts.
Kevin, can we start over?
Focus. Focus.
Teriyaki would work.
I love
teriyaki. Tartar.
Tartar's great.
Damn it, we blew it.
Okay.
Moose.
Virginia's got one. Denny's has got one. Think fast. A household appliance that starts with the letter D.
Dryer.
Dryer, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Who's back, baby? Yeah.
I think your fly is down.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing underwear.
Wow.
Guess who's
Hey,
back?
hey.
All right, Marilyn Monroe. You bleaching them pubes?
If you do, we don't want to know about it.
Okay, everybody's tied. One apiece here. Think fast. Next up, a breed of dog that starts with the letter B.
Boxer.
What'd you say, Jbird?
Beagle.
Beagle's going to
Beagle.
count. Yeah.
Birds flying back in.
All right, he's got the lead, 2-1.
Bird with the worm.
Okay, next up, think fast. Great food for a cold day that starts with the letter C.
Hot cocoa.
Chowder.
Soup.
Chowder.
Cocoa. That'll work. You're right. Chowder's delicious. Oh, yeah.
A good chowder.
A chili. Absolutely. Lots of good options there. Okay, it's tied between Jbird and Denny's. Virginia, you have to get this one to stay in the game.
Oh,
Damn it.
The witch is cut.
Put your worm in your pants.
The witch is cut, Denny.
All right, a type of flower that starts with the letter G.
Gardenia.
Oh, gosh, she knows flowers. And she's good with
V's
flowers.
just V. Ties it all up. All right, whoever gets this one correct is the winner of Think Fast.
Okay.
Can cut the tension with a knife, Kevin.
Knife.
I'm standing for this.
I'm standing too
All
then.
right, me too.
Kevin, you should stand.
No, I'm going to sit. Okay, final one here. Think fast. A type of bird that starts with the letter C.
Cardinal.
What'd you say,
What did you
Denny's?
say? I said cardinal.
He yelled cock.
No, I did not. I did not.
Cardinal will go.
Cardinal
All
wins
right.
it. Damn it.
Denny's is the winner. Think
Denny's, you're so fast
Oh,
today.
Yeah.
Gosh.
When you think fast, think Denny's.
It is birthday month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two different emails and texts today. I noticed that these people had nicknames for their spouse, and I was just kind of curious if their spouse knew about these nicknames that they had for them. Lucy, because he tells everything that you tell him. He's got Lucy lips, apparently. And this is another one that somebody had sent in. Wife nickname, her name is Elizabeth, and I learned early in the relationship she really, really, really does not like when you call her Liz a bitch.
Oh.
That's a good one.
Okay, yeah. So what is the nickname that you have for your significant other behind their back, and why do you call them that? Somebody texted and said Buzz Killington.
Oh.
Self-explanatory. Wow, Buzz Killington. Princess. I call him Princess all the time behind his back. He always gets his way, and I'm the one that is always apologizing. Okay.
Oh, princess. Is that there?
He is princess.
Yeah, there's definitely some annoyance there.
Yes.
I call my husband Mary Poppins behind his back because he believes he is practically perfect in every way. Okay, Mary Poppins.
You know, all these couples all mad right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I call my fiance Sneezy because he sneezes more than anyone I've ever met in my life, and I hate sneezing.
You hate
Sneezy over there.
You got to start slipping him some Claritin in his pasta sauce.
Are you sneezing again? How dare you?
Yeah. Old Sneezy over here. Somebody else said, call my significant other Slutty McSlut Pants.
Oh, my.
He isn't now, but he was back when we met. So apparently back in the day, and so
He's probably like, can you not call me that, please?
Yeah, you know.
I've changed my
I was
ways.
young.
Trying to turn over a new
Yeah,
leaf.
I'm married now. I've got kids.
young.
Stop telling the kids I'm a slut.
All right. Any other ones you want to throw at us? The nickname that you have for your significant other behind their back, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. If you'd like to get yourself a free trip 4 days, 3 nights. Head over to the 5-star Sandals Negril Beach Resort and Spa in Jamaica. Vacation for 2. We throw in the airfare as well. What you do is you listen for 4 hours a day on our mobile app, and you get an entry right there. You can also go to the online streaming player at WRMF.com. Just by listening to this show, you could actually get a free trip to Jamaica.
And these aren't the low-budget trips. These are the ones that include the airfare, the hotel, the everything. These are the Mac Daddy trips.
All the good stuff right there. So just go and you can download the app for free and start listening. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, got an email. Somebody wanting to know, should I go to my dad's wedding? Why is that even a question? We'll find out next.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
A couple of fun little nicknames that people have for their significant other behind their back. I call mine Petty Betty. Okay. Mine, I call his Royal High Ass.
That's hilarious.
And Rachel E. said, my husband's name is Brian, but I call him Brianna because he argues like a woman and loves to cook and shop.
Brianna. That's hilarious.
Does she say that to his face, and does that annoy him?
I don't know. I think a lot of this is behind their back, which is what's funny. It kind of makes you wonder if you're married. Okay, do they have a nickname for me?
The most fun ones are the ones that are behind the back.
Do you think Panda's got one for you?
He's probably got a dozen.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I wonder when he's just grumbling to himself
or his friend.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sure he's got a few, but I got a few too.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If you're married to somebody long enough, you're going to have a few.
Do you have any for the queen?
No.
You're probably afraid if it gets back to her, she's going to kick your ass.
No, I just go for the standard swear words. Mine aren't creative. Mine are just hurtful. Okay, any other ones you want to add? 877-979-WRMF. Got an email here saying, should I go to my dad's wedding? My parents were married for 30 years, and it always seemed like things were great. And then a couple years ago, they tell me that they're getting a divorce. I was blindsided and shocked, and they didn't really give me a reason other than just they became different people and that their futures were no longer aligned. Well, almost as surprising, my dad then tells me last year that he is getting remarried.
Wow.
And he's going to be marrying a woman that was my mom's best friend up until a few years ago.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Now I see why you don't want to go.
Well, I can't seem to get the truth out of what is going on from my dad, and now that the wedding is coming up soon, my mom is forbidding me from going. She says, you cannot go to that wedding. Now, I love both my parents, and I don't want to choose sides. I feel like both going and not going is choosing sides. How do you win in this?
You don't. There's no winning. Because you're going to make one of them upset.
I mean, if that was your mom's friend and your mom's friend is now marrying her ex-husband, that's just weird and creepy.
I just know how the dynamic in my family would go. If I was to go to my dad's wedding, it would be...
Your dad's wedding to your mom's former friend.
It would be certain death for me. My mom and Ann would pounce on me and make me feel terrible.
Well, what she spells out here, I think, is obvious, and I think she knows it too, but she can't get the confirmation from Dad because he won't talk. Okay, her parents were married for 30 years, and then 2 years ago, they're getting a divorce, and this is Mom's best friend until like a couple years ago. Well, that's
yeah,
true, right?
she's the reason.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like this is so because the response is I forbid you to go. I mean, that's a very strong response. I can understand clearly she's bitter with that, but I mean, if their marriage after 30 years were just naturally,
dissolving,
and they just came to terms and said we're just different people. This isn't good for either of us. You wouldn't think that Mom's reaction would be as abhorrent. Of course, she's still going to be like going, what? Not going to like it. But to say, I forbid you.
First of all, she shouldn't have said that. Because
forbid.
That is language that you can't do to an adult child. You can't forbid an adult child from doing anything.
You do that for drama.
What you should have said was, my feelings will really be hurt if you go because I was loyal to both of them and they weren't loyal to me.
Yeah, but too, sometimes you got to read between the lines of somebody's language. Forbid. Does that mean that your mom will forever hold a grudge against you? How will she treat you? Would she not talk to you? Are you talking about years of silence from your mother if you go to this wedding?
Forbid means if you go, you're almost sort of dead to me. I'm at least not going to talk to you for a while. It's going to take a long time.
That's what I would be weighing out. What are going to be the responses here? How upset is your dad going to be? How upset is your mom going to be? And, morally, you're in a tough situation. This is a no-win situation. But, morally, which one seems to feel better?
Definitely not going.
Not going. I wouldn't go. If I had to pick between the two, because it's dirty, I'd be so bummed out if my dad was sleeping with my mom's best friend. And
it's dirty, and who wants to go to another stupid wedding?
I can't. Yeah. If I have to support one or the other, I'm supporting my mom in this situation.
Yeah. I think it seems to be, you make a statement when you motivate yourself to go and physically show up someplace. By not going, you're just sitting it out, saying, I'm not picking sides. I'm just sitting on the bench.
And if the dad's mad you don't go to the wedding, well, I don't know, quit milling around with your mom's, with your wife's ex-best friend.
It's on you, dude. If you're wondering why everybody's turned off by the situation, you're marrying mom's ex-friend.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird. I think you're more justified to do that. Yeah, much of the response is pretty much what we were saying here. Should I go to my dad's wedding? Well, Dad wound up getting married to mom's ex-best friend from a couple years ago, and they were married for 30 years. That's just tough, too. I think it's tough even for adult children. I think you'd said that, Virginia. Somebody else had told me that, too, that even if you become an adult, it's still tough to see your parents get a divorce.
It still is, yeah, because it's like rocking you. It's everything you knew. It's like someone's pulling the rug out from under you.
Yeah.
The end of an era of anything can be very sad.
Yes.
And then if you've got a weird situation like Dad is going to be marrying mom's former best friend.
And mom's pissed.
Yeah.
I mean,
what'd y'all do to mom? Mom's so mad.
Only thing I can think of that would change my opinion is if we find out, M. Night Shyamalan ending, the mom did something crazy that's not being talked about. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She tried to murder the husband in his sleep.
Well, he might have deserved it.
I hear you.
I still haven't heard anything bad.
Somebody thinks that they should go to the wedding and take mom as the guest.
Oh, that's just messy.
That's a great idea. Make sure you drink a ton before you go.
What are we doing?
Oh, boy.
No.
And Facebook Live it and blast everybody.
Boy.
Do not do that. Come on.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Did that text come from the Pizzle?
No.
Don't let them bring you down to their level. Come on now.
Let me see. Another comment here said that, yeah, my dad, R.I.P., divorced my mother after 25 years, then married her cousin.
Oh, that's even worse than friend. It's family.
Wow. That was about 2 to 3 years after the divorce, but still was a shock to the family.
2 to 3 years is not that long.
Okay, that just shows me that they were already talking and setting the stage before this went the divorce.
I think so, because the text says, was a shock to the family. Not to me, though.
Exactly.
They must have seen something going on.
You saw the sparks.
They were sparking it up before.
Did that whole, I dropped my napkin at Thanksgiving.
That, by the way, can happen. You can see the sparks. No one else may not see it, but you see it. Something that isn't going right in your stomach, and sure as crap, a year or two go on, and they end up getting together. I've seen it happen. I've lived it.
Mm-hmm. Somebody else texted and said, yeah, my ex-husband and ex-best friend are dating. Hence why she is my ex-best friend, and I would be devastated if my children went to their wedding.
You need to listen to the Jim Croce song, Operator. For anybody in this situation, it's an older song.
Croce?
Yeah, it's about how his girl got with his best friend, and now they live together. It's heartache.
Available on 8-track today.
No, it's a classic.
It sounds as old as his last name.
Croce.
Somebody said, you know what? Just if you have to. Use coronavirus and be like, look, I'm just not going out.
There you go. I'm not doing anything. It's not personal.
Right. That's still a great excuse.
It still works.
Yeah.
I'm working on trying to get out of some stuff.
More than ever. Yeah, there's a lot of people probably going to be hitting you up with that excuse. It's going to be interesting as we kind of sit back and see what's going to be happening as we got the cases starting to rise up a little bit.
Well, they're saying all of this is from Halloween.
Are they really?
That's what they said this morning. I saw on the news. I was
Halloween,
like, oh.
huh?
But then what was, on Halloween, what was all the other stuff before that was leading up to
But now
it?
it's like more.
Yeah.
Really? So it's Halloween, huh? That's what they want to pin
They're
this
like,
one on?
that was this. What we're dealing with now is Halloween. Can you
Really?
imagine what it's going to be like after Thanksgiving?
They don't know. Virginia don't know.
But
Nobody knows.
Yeah, they got global rises, so every country around the world is because of Halloween.
They love Halloween.
Okay.
Again, Virginia knows nothing.
I feel like this might be another bunk stat.
I love Virginia's half-hearted bunk stats. She might know, but it's probably not right.
Trick or treat.
Yeah. Well, you're hearing the debate about possible shutdowns and what might happen. Some states are shutting down, and people in that state are not happy about it.
Are we talking shut down like it was before?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've punted on the news.
Closing everything but non-essential businesses is what is happening in different places. I know in the state of Michigan, the governor there did it, and now people are trying to boot her out of office because of it.
Well, they already tried to kidnap and execute her, so...
They got a little drama in Michigan.
They definitely... There's a portion of the population that does not care for her.
Yeah.
When they want
to
kidnap you and execute you, that sends a clear message.
Yeah. They say the problems they have in Europe, they've kind of done the opposite of what we've done. In the U.S., we pretty much have kept the restaurants open, schools closed. In Europe, they say they've done the opposite, and they say the European approach seems to be working better, according to the Wall Street Journal. And they say what they're doing with that is in Europe, they are giving a stimulus plan to the businesses to basically pay them so that they can close.
People always comparing us to Europe.
I know, right? I will tell you, there's a couple positives, though, to look at through all this, and I'm very hopeful that we are right around the corner from better treatments. One, they say there's an arthritis drug that's out now that's cutting deaths in patients admitted to hospitals. I know that we're getting better at treating patients that come in. It's becoming more effective. They found that the drug reduces deaths by 71%.
Nice.
And those with moderate or severe illness.
I love it.
Yeah, so that'll take a lot of the bite out of the coronavirus by being able to do that. And there was a fascinating thing that happened on a story I saw at a gym in Virginia. There was 50 people there that got exposed to coronavirus, but nobody else got sick. Because apparently somebody goes to the gym is an expert in airborne viral transmission, and she worked with the owner on how to reduce risk to the members. And if we took the same plan and started doing it for other indoor facilities, gyms and all that kind of stuff, that you would have better ventilation and it wouldn't make indoor dining or indoor anything as dangerous.
Do you trust this, or does this sound kind of made up on her end?
I don't know. I mean, if they're not lying about the exposure and nobody getting it, that's pretty awesome.
Did you happen to read what she was doing?
Well, she's a world-renowned expert on aerosol transmission at Virginia Tech. And so she's like, I've got a plan for this. And they said with good airflow, proper planning, and plenty of social distance, that's what makes all the difference. So any place that has the ability to do that, this seems to be the secret sauce. They put at least 10 feet between patrons at the gym. They had lots of open doors during the workouts. And they figured out the optimal ventilation for the gym based on the layout. And they said that the gym goers weren't even wearing masks and they still weren't picking up coronavirus.
Wow.
Yeah, they said that basically the keys, what you need to do, minimize contact with other people, get outside air into the gym or mandate masks indoors, and get a carbon dioxide detector. You need to find out how much carbon dioxide is in the air, which is produced as people exhale, and the detector is a good way to gauge how well the air is flowing. And if you keep a certain number on the carbon dioxide detector, you're like, we're at a good level. We shouldn't really be spreading coronavirus all over the place in here.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. So they're finding out new ways to deal with it. So even as the numbers do go up, they are coming up with better plans on how to treat it. So hopefully it won't be as bad.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha-ha, fighting in the nude. Drunk people pooping in the street. Ha-ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Got some fun, insane things happening here in the state of Florida. I don't know if you saw the footage, the viral video of the guy on Flagler Beach that had that video of a manatee eating grass in his front yard in the high floodwaters from Tropical Storm Eta.
That's crazy. I didn't see that.
It washed into his front yard. It's grazing on his front lawn. He's like, hey, look, I got a manatee grazing on my grass.
That's crazy.
Manatee are so awesome.
I hope the manatee got back into a body of water
It
okay.
did, yeah.
Okay, good.
Manatee was fine.
Aww.
Got to chew on some different grass.
I don't want to speak for y'all, but I believe we're all fanaties on this
Yes,
show.
definitely.
Well, how could you not?
I know.
The lovely sea cow.
So
if you don't like the
peaceful.
manatee, you're probably a jerk.
If you have issues with manatees, I'd like to talk to you. What the hell's your problem?
I don't want to talk to you.
You're right. I don't want to talk to you either. Never mind.
Peaceful, bird. Peaceful.
You're right. Peaceful like a manatee.
Had an 18-year-old guy that got busted for carrying a BB gun into Disney Springs there in Orlando.
Uh-oh.
He's 18, and then when they get him with the gun, which a lot of those BB guns look very realistic.
They do.
He pretended like he was a DEA agent.
He
and
doubled down.
and he even showed a fake badge.
Oh, boy.
You're 18. You're dumb, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a guy in Lake Wales who got arrested for bringing his 8-year-old son along on a burglary spree. And when they said, what are you doing with the 8-year-old, man? He's like, well, I'm just trying to toughen him up.
Oh, my.
Oh, that poor kid.
That poor kid.
Yeah.
I laugh only because it's so painful.
Yeah, that's tough. There's a college in Minnesota that's urging students not to kiss while having sex to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus.
This again.
Mm-hmm. St. Olaf College put out a flyer, and they urge students to wear a mask, steer clear of partners with symptoms of COVID, reduce your number of partners, and use barrier protection like internal, external condoms, as well as dental dams. That sounds hot.
Dental dam?
Hey, baby, did you bring the dental dam? Yep, got it right here. You know what that's for.
I do.
Just making sure.
Show me on Suits.
Suits?
They say more than 300,000 residents now have left New York City over the last 8 months.
Yep, and they're all coming to Florida.
Yeah, they say Florida, New Jersey, Long Island, and Westchester County is getting the spillover. Not only do people not want to be on top of themselves with the coronavirus outbreak, but also there's been a spike in crime in the city.
Well, people are getting desperate. And then whenever you have a bunch of desperate people all on top of each other,
Well, they caught that guy that came up and clocked Rick Moranis on the street.
Good.
What a bizarre story.
It's super bizarre.
The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids guy was just walking down the street. Some dude came up and just clocked him.
Peaceful, too. He wasn't doing anything. He was just walking.
He's a legend, too. If you like 80s and early 90s movies.
Ghostbusters. Keymaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that guy was kind of a violent ex-con, so he had it in his past.
He just, get the urge to hit somebody? Did he know who he was?
No, I don't think so. He just wanted to punch a random person in the face.
That's terrible.
Well, and that's why people are leaving New York City, because they're like...
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah, that sounds like a 1978 story there.
Yeah, and if they didn't have enough problems, now police in New York busted a 200-person underground fight club on Saturday night.
That's kind of cool.
I know. I mean, if they want to fight each other, let them fight.
Yeah, if everyone's
Who cares?
consenting.
Take the guy who decked Rick Moranis and put him in the fight club.
Thank you.
If
He
you want
should
to
be
hit somebody, get somebody who's going to hit you back. Rick Moranis isn't.
He should be the club president.
Yeah, Fight Club kind of sounds cool.
Yeah. Well,
If everybody wants to fight each other, let them.
go to New York City. They're just punching everybody in that city.
It just seems like it'd be very hot and sweaty and bloody down
would be.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a guy on a moped that stole a Lamborghini in Manhattan. Again, more crime and problem. And go figure, the guy on the moped couldn't handle a Lamborghini. He crashed the $240,000 car later in the Bronx.
Oh, dang.
I just saw a Lamborghini over the weekend driving, and there's just something about people who drive a Lamborghini. They look like douches. They think they're better. He had the look of, I'm better than you.
Most chances they are.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
He's better and you're jealous.
I was looking in the mirror when I said douche.
What an upgrade, though, going from a moped to a Lamborghini. And they're still looking for the suspects. They don't have them yet.
Wow.
Earlier this month, the police in Italy used a Lamborghini to deliver a kidney to a patient. They drove it 300 miles across the country.
That's brilliant.
They got 300 miles in 2 hours, and the kidney got there in time.
Wow.
That's an endorsement for Lamborghini, huh?
Yeah, it is.
It's a lifesaver. A guy who got lost on a hike in Washington last week when a snowstorm hit was miraculously rescued and was brought back to life in the hospital after he's essentially dead for 45 minutes.
That's a long time to go to the other side.
45?
Wow.
I thought you couldn't live if you had oxygen cut off for your brain for that long.
You wrong.
I don't know what essentially means. They said essentially dead for 45 minutes.
Damn.
Well, there's plenty of stories where people are dead for quite a long time and they come back to life.
Good for him.
Wow.
I wonder if he remembers anything when he was dead. Did he see anything?
It'd be interesting to interview that guy if you can talk.
Did he go to the light? Did he go to the dark?
What if he just said, for 45 minutes I heard nothing but growling and snarling
Screaming.
and cries?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Another nice, happy rescue story. A dog fell 70 feet off an overlook in Texas, and an EMS captain rappelled down to save him, and now the dog is recovering.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Who doesn't love a good dog story?
Mm-hmm. And finally here, they say women named Karen say their name is ruining their love lives. Apparently, Karens on dating apps are getting 31% fewer matches than last year and 33% fewer responses to messages they send.
People don't want the heat, man. They want to... Dating's tough enough. You don't want to get involved with a girl named Karen right off the bat.
Yeah, I say that is a name that is falling out of fashion. A name that is coming in style, though, is Seven. The name Seven rose 426 places between 2018 and 2019, according to the Social Security Administration.
If you name your kid Seven, you got to give them the middle name 11. You got to.
That'd be right. You get Slurpees for life, you would think.
That's a move.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven Pennington. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. In 2019, 9 boys and 6 girls were named 11. So you could pair them together. If you had a boy-girl twins, you'd have 7 and 11.
Or you could do 7, middle name Up.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I could do this all day, Virginia.
I bet you could. Hopefully you'll never procreate.
Aww. You want a little Jbird run? You know a little 7-Eleven runner around?
I think you should have a baby, just don't have a wife.
I hear you.
Little baby bird, how cute would that be, huh? Yeah, I'm pitching for it. You know how I feel about that.
I hear you, man.
Broadcasting from the offleaseonly.com studios. Need a used car, truck, SUV, or van? Fresh inventory is arriving daily at offleaseonly.com. Don't pay more. Save thousands. Offleaseonly.com. This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Oh, this is how you pick somebody up today. You slide into the DMs. Direct messages. Go on the Instagram, you're like going, hey, look kind of cute. Slide into the DMs, send them a little message. But there are do's and don'ts of doing that. Here's some of the rules that I was reading on this. So if you're not aware, you can be aware. Just slide once, Virginia. Men, don't get mad if ladies don't respond after repeated attempts. Don't sit there and keep hitting them up. They see it. They just don't care to respond.
Yeah, don't be like, hey, Virginia, how's it going? You don't respond. Question mark, question mark, question mark. You seem like a psycho when you do that.
Yeah, sometimes people just, for whatever reason, aren't going to respond to you, and that's okay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's not, everybody's not going to match with everybody.
I hate that feature where, on anything, where you read something and it lets the person know you've read it. Why would they do that? Why would they make, in today's day and age, where everyone's trying to hide from everybody?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
You're right. People can't slide when your page is on private or worse, blank. So they say if you're going to be sliding the DMs, see if the page is on private or not. If their follower count is in the thousands, don't even bother.
That means they've got many options and you're just an appetizer on the menu.
Okay.
I don't know if I believe that. What if somebody's just a mover and a hustler and they happen to have thousands of friends, but they're single and they're looking for the one?
Oh, they're moving and they're hustling to get that booty.
Okay. Another do and don't of slide into the DMs. D pics, just no. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't ever do it. Unless somebody asks you for a pic of your D, don't send it.
Now, what about T pics?
Sure, you're not going to turn those down.
Taters?
Taters, there you go.
Your taters. Men bragging about salary in the first direct message.
Well, you're an idiot.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, dude.
Mm-hmm. And don't be thirsty. Be funny, friendly, and casual first. is what they recommend.
But what if you're a thirst trap and you can't help it?
That's it.
She is thirsty.
Some people are. All right, any other suggestions on the do's and don'ts of sliding into DMs? You can let us know here, 877-979-WRMF. Do's and don'ts of sliding into DMs. This is a good one that somebody texted in. Don't message if your profile pic is with your significant other. Duh. People are so dumb they would actually do that. That's a good reminder. Absolutely. All right, coming up here on the KVJ show, I heard a lot of debate over the weekend about a replacement for Alex Trebek on Jeopardy. I don't know how I feel about all the names. I'm not sure if I've got a one that I'm like, yes, that's got to be the person. I mean, how do you replace somebody like Alex Trebek? I mean, a legend who's been doing it since the 80s. The suggestions that I've heard, there are a few that I didn't know, but the ones that I did, Ken Jennings, the guy who set the all-time record for winning, LeVar Burton, the old Reading Rainbow guy, George Stephanopoulos, great hair, Anderson Cooper is apparently being considered, and so is Tom Bergeron.
I heard Joe Rogan at one point.
Yes,
That's a little too edgy.
Yeah.
Way too edgy.
He's too edgy for that show.
They're saying anybody outside of his fans is not really seriously considering him.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, his fans are all about it.
Yes.
But he has to wrestle all of the contestants.
Right.
I don't like anybody that you said. I'm not sure.
Oh, nobody?
Well, I do like Reading Rainbow. I think
LeVar Burton.
Yes, I do like that.
He
one.
wants it.
I can see how that one could work.
They should let them all audition and let us vote.
I don't hate that. I mean, Jeopardy could use those kind of numbers.
Yeah, when you kind of see how they fit.
Yeah.
Because there was a subtle thing that Alex Trebek did where he was pretty standard and button up, but he would have, a few nice little quips here and there, but they were very understated.
My favorite part of Jeopardy is when Alex would interview the people, and it always went uncomfortable and just it was great TV to watch.
Right.
I loved it.
He was good at it too. He handled it well. So is there a name that we're missing on that? And then you're right. I like that idea. It'll be interesting to see because I think they're good until Christmas with Alex Trebek, new episodes. So sometime in 2021, they're going to have to really kick it into high gear and say, okay, who's going to be the new Jeopardy host?
You're right.
Yeah. All right. Any thoughts? 877-979-WRMF. Hit us up here on the KVJ show.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.
Okay, we took it to Twitter. Who do you think should be the next host of Jeopardy? Right now, you got LeVar Burton, the Reading Rainbow guy, with the most votes. Ken Jennings is second. We got Tom Bergeron in there, and then other, where you can put in anybody else that you think that it should be. And
an unknown.
Yeah, well, there were a couple that, like I'd said, that I didn't know who they were. They kind of have gigs in TV, but it wasn't, if I said the name, you'd be like, who? You wouldn't know them, and that might be the option. Should they just get somebody that's unknown? Because Alex Trebek probably wasn't a household name when they put him and propped him up in front. I know he'd hosted a couple other shows, but I don't think there was anything that was prominent, right?
Well, the same thing with PSJ, Pat Sajak. I mean, no one knew.
Yeah, I just feel like if they get a no-name guy, it's not going to land as sparkly for them as if they get a guy with a following and credibility and already has a fan base. They want to get somebody that already has sizzle, right? That's the new way to do things.
What is Virginia is wrong? You're wrong on this one.
I mean, think about all the B and C listers getting game shows right now. It's happening a lot.
Yeah, and the one thing that I think you got to be careful with Jeopardy is if you get somebody that they think they're the star and they want to be funny and all they're looking for is wisecracks, I think it could really compete against what the show is all about. You don't want somebody that's too overstated. That's why from Family Feud guy, if you got like a Steve Harvey in there, I just think like that's not going to work for Jeopardy.
You're not the star, Snack Bar, when it comes to Jeopardy. You're there to facilitate, throw a couple quips here, and then dial it back.
Understated. You got to realize that the game itself is the star.
Even Pat Sajak would be too smuggy and too too one-liney for Jeopardy.
Yeah, it's an interesting rare mix that works. And I think that's right now why people think maybe LeVar Burton would be good.
Plus, LeVar Burton's got some history there with Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, the only knock that I'm seeing right now is people are commenting on LeVar Burton is his age. I guess he's already at 65 or something like that.
Damn, why we got to be such ageist people up in this
Well, I guess
piece?
they're saying, because with Alec Trebek, you had somebody that had been there for, 30 years? And so who can you get that can carry the mantle for another 20 years?
Well, people are like, we just buried one. We don't want to bury another one.
Yeah.
Ages people.
Yeah. LeVar Burton is 63 years old. So that's what they're saying. Like, how long could LeVar Burton, if he got the gig, how long could he be host?
110. I believe in him.
You think so? Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So interesting thoughts. You want to comment on it? You can go to our Twitter. Easy to do. Just go to Twitter, find the KVJ show, and you can put that in there and give us a suggestion who you think it might be. Somebody saying, yeah, what about a woman? Yeah. Bring it.
Yeah, I mean, we're open to anything.
Oh, were we sexist? Did we not name one woman there?
The top options I'm not seeing right now. Look, I'm just telling you what they're saying the top options are. But I didn't. There was of the people whose names you don't know. There was a woman that was in the mix on that. But yeah, that might be. Hey, it just might be time to really consider it. I think that's something we got to do.
Plot twist. Vanna White comes in to do Jeopardy. In your face, say Jack. Bam.
That's it, huh?
I don't know.
I don't think she would want it.
It would be too much pressure.
Have you ever listened to an interview with her? Because when Pat was out, she was like doing Pat's job, and she was like, I don't like it. She says that.
Damn, well, you're a Vanna White hater?
I'm not a Vanna White hater. I'm just telling you what she said. She was very nervous and didn't love it, and is so happy that Pat's back.
Oh, really?
Those are her words, not mine.
Okay. Yeah, I really like the idea of maybe putting a woman in there. I think that's a good little shakeup.
How about we put the person who nails the audition the best, whoever's got the flow?
I wish they would make all the auditions public so we could see everybody.
Maybe they will. That'd be interesting to see.
That would be awesome. Like, yeah, the race for the podium. Who's going to be the host?
Does anybody care about Jeopardy that much, though? I know everyone cares right now because of Alex Trebek passing, but do people... I legit watch Jeopardy, and I'm a wheel watcher, but y'all usually make fun of me when I talk about that.
I think Jeopardy is an institution. It's way more respected than the wheel.
That's not a true statement.
Mm-hmm. Nate said, what about Tina Fey?
She could do it, yeah.
Tina Fey be a solid Jeopardy host, right? You think?
Tina Fey
sure.
could do it.
Absolutely.
She's understated. I don't know that she'd try to make it so funny, like a comedy show. Somebody said, what about Oprah? You couldn't afford Oprah.
No, you couldn't.
Yeah, that's just not going to work.
And I think Oprah's too big of a star. She needs the light on her. It's Oprah. She can be understated.
She makes her own brand. She doesn't jump onto somebody else's well-established brand. Somebody said, what about Jeff Goldblum?
No.
No?
He reeks of sex too much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he could work.
No, it doesn't work.
You just want to bang him. You can't watch. I can't focus.
Yeah.
All I want to do is sleep with him.
You'll flash them bedroom eyes. You're like, well, what is? Oh, I forgot.
Kat said, how about Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek? Okay.
That's kind of amazing.
Someone said Kelly Clarkson. No,
Too.
Her energy's too much.
She's not a good fit.
It's got to be just the right.
Dry.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know he'd never win it, but I'd like to write Denny's name on that. I think Denny's would make a great Jeopardy host.
Yeah, he would. Might even be Alec.
Blossom?
Yeah.
No.
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 No? Okay.
You're out, Bialik.
Done.
Get your papers and leave.
You're fired.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Seth MacFarlane. You like that idea as a new Jeopardy host?
No, because he's got too much charisma and personality.
He'll be good for the first month of not making it about himself, and then all of a sudden he'll start talking like,
He'll start singing stuff.
Yeah.
He's too good for that.
He's too good.
Show tuning.
Yeah.
You can't be so talented because
It's got to shine out.
it is.
You can't overstage the show.
You got to be able to be dry. Anderson does a good job of that.
Okay.
Politically motivated.
But it's, then now I'm a Democrat and you all figured me out. Send me 10 emails that I won't frickin' read.
I read all my emails. I don't respond, but I read them. The hurtful comments, too.
Okay. Anything else you want to throw at us? 877-979-WRMF. Having maybe a female Jeopardy host, that would be an interesting step in a new direction. And the Miami Marlins just took one over the weekend, I think is big news that should be recognized. They just hired the first female GM in a major professional sport in North America.
Wow.
Yeah. That is a big step that the Marlins took, and I don't think should go without being stated. Kim Ang, she won 3 World Series rings while spending 21 years with the White Sox, Yankees, and Dodgers. And the last 9 years she has been with Major League Baseball as a senior vice president. I assume when she was with the Yankees, she ran into Jeter, and Jeter was like, hey, let's hire her. So, yeah.
That's cool. Good for
It's
them.
a new day and a new statement for the Miami Marlins. So congratulations to Kim. Thought that was a really cool story. All right, coming up here in a couple of minutes, if you would like to go check out Adam Carolla, he is going to be in town this weekend recording his podcast. He loves the improv. He goes in there, he'll do record his podcast. He'll then do some stand-up as well. I saw him last time he was rolling through town. He does good stuff. He's just a naturally funny guy. He really is. So if you want to score some tickets to the show, you just got to know our show. How well do you know the KVJ show? If you would say that you're a die-harder, this should be an easy quiz for you. I'll give you 3 questions, and you only got to get one right to win tickets to see Adam Carolla at the Improv. 877-979-WRMF. Call us up right now. How well do you know the KVJ show? You can get the hookup to go check out Adam Carolla. He is going to be at the Improv Friday and Saturday. He's recording a couple podcasts. He's going to be doing a stand-up show. We got tickets to pretty much everything in there. Denny's will sort it all out for you on when you want to go and what you want to check out. If you can win, how well do you know the KVJ show? We got Joe on here from Davie. What up, Joe?
What's going on?
All right, buddy. Hopefully you know the KVJ show here. If not, boy, the public embarrassment, huh?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I mean,
No public embarrassment today.
Okay, I like the confidence.
Okay, we got 3 chances. You only have to get one right. Okay, first question. How well do you know the show? Kevin's kids' names. That is the question. Joe, what do you got?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I don't...
Give me one.
Joe.
Kids' names.
Man, I'm letting Jbird down. I heard it in his voice.
Just
all right, pass this question.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You gonna pass this one?
Just don't think about the people listening right now.
Okay. All right. Next question here. All right, Joe. 0 for 1. Got 2 more. 2 more chances here. Okay. What active NFL quarterback does Virginia openly despise on the show?
Oh, man. You know, I listen to you guys for an hour every day to work. All right, I know active quarterbacks. Who would Virginia not like?
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, that's a good guess. He's with his old team. There's Cam
Newton.
Cam Newton, we were going for.
Oh, how do you not like? All right.
How do you not like Cam Newton? Listen to him. Okay. All right, and here you go. This is your last chance here, Joe, to get this one right.
Oh, no.
Okay. Who has a scar on their private due to a KVJ bit gone wrong, and how did it happen? It's referenced a good bit here on the show. Yeah, somebody has a mark.
Someone's been branded, as they say.
They've been branded, yes, by something.
I mean, Jbird's the only one that would do it.
Okay, all right.
But how did it happen?
Yeah.
I guess he was branded. I cannot tell you how. Man, I gotta listen to you guys more often.
Yeah, you do. That's a good lesson. That is a good lesson. You should listen more often.
Virginia,
I do an hour every day.
Virginia shot me with a paintball, and it gave me a scar down there.
Scarred nard.
Yeah, no, it's definitely you.
Yeah. Scarred nard.
He knew it was you.
There you go. Well, Joe, you're walking away with great realization. Listen a little bit more KVJ, okay, bud?
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joe.
I liked him.
He's a nice guy.
He is.
He's a very nice guy. Absolutely.
You want him to win, you know?
You do. Yeah, especially when you're playing How Well Do You Know the KVJ Show? All right, so that was today's contestant. We'll play again tomorrow. That'll kind of let you know maybe the level, because I think a lot of people go, I really love the show, but this is, you got to be really in deep.
Oh, I love Kevin, Virginia, and Jeffrey. He's a good dude.
Jeffrey's my favorite.
Yeah. Got to really be in there.
Scar-Pain Jeff. I love him.
You're the one that scarred Jeff.
Proud of that scar.
Yeah. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, there's a fun little quiz you can jump onto the KVJ Show Facebook page to take. It is what your hobby should be. What your hobby should be. We had a couple bakers. We had some people that should be doing gardening and a computer programmer here on the KVJ Show.
What nerd got that?
Yeah. All right. Interesting hobby suggestions. Who matches with what? We'll get into it next.
The KVJ Show mornings and the best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today for your workday. 97.9 WRMF.
Well, people got some extra time. Who knows? Maybe you get a little bit extra more because the numbers are spiking a little bit more, so we might have to chill out again for the coronavirus. So if you got a little bit extra time on your hands, what are you doing for new hobbies? Have you guys picked up any new hobbies during the pandemic?
Yes.
What are you doing, Bird?
Karate.
Oh, okay. How's that going for you?
I feel like if anyone stepped to us at an event now, I could at least get to where you and Virginia could run away.
But that's safe because we can't have events.
Yeah. Well, you still know how much ass kicking I
Don't
can
worry.
do.
I'm not running nowhere. I'm going to stay and fight with you.
I appreciate that. Blood in, blood out.
I'm not leaving you by yourself.
Good.
So the next time we have a live event, who knows when that might be?
I fight and learn this so you guys don't have to.
Oh, well, I'm going to be so secure knowing that you're going to be around.
I'm going to break my arm.
Big goofball.
Within 10 seconds, I try to block a guy's punch, and he shatters my forearm.
Yeah.
And I cry. Loudly.
Impressive. Okay, karate.
I've been doing a lot of cooking lately, too.
Oh, really? Okay.
More than I ever have. I got a little bit on that health kick. Then I found out I was doing okay, and then I'm kind of off the health kick. But, yeah, I've been cooking more.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we did this little test that apparently they had on BuzzFeed where you go on there and you fill out some things about your desires, what you like, who you are, and things like that.
Like a personality quiz.
It would tell you really what kind of hobby you should do, and I never really am a big fan of these personality quiz because it's never right. And it told me I should go into computer programming. I'm like, what?
Man, you would be so bummed out if you had to go.
I can't even imagine.
That's so boring.
Terrible.
Awful.
What an awful suggestion that was.
That does just say, you're boring, sir.
Awful. Yeah, it's kind of funny because it's up on the KVJ Show Facebook page, and so many people are going, this isn't me at all. Yeah, it's a terrible quiz.
I liked what it said for mine.
Me too.
Yours was baking?
Cooking. Cooking.
Mine
yeah.
was baking.
Yeah,
Okay.
baking.
Baking is what yours was.
Yes.
And I'm digging it because I love being in the kitchen. I love making food. So I'm not a great baker. I would consider myself better at cooking like regular food. Baking is very precise, and I like to throw a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Screw it, throw some beer in.
Okay.
Me and you got baking together.
Baking.
And how weird is it that we got baking and I want to do a bake video with you?
He was just asking me this morning my availability to make a baking video before Thanksgiving.
Whoa.
Wow. Hey, just to let you know, take Suits with you. He also got baking.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Everybody can't have baking.
I know.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, what a...
Baking's not as sexy if everybody gets it.
Everybody's got it, yeah.
This is so bunk.
Danny's got gardening.
Of course he did.
I can
his,
see
yeah.
that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Elizabeth on our Facebook page, she said, yeah, I got yoga. Too bad my ex-husband cheated on me with a yoga instructor, and now I hate yoga.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yoga would bring up so much pain.
But yoga, isn't it all about letting go of the pain and
Not if your man cheated with the yoga instructor. Every time you look at a yoga instructor, you're going to be seething.
Mm-hmm. A lot more people have done outdoor stuff. I know anything from great adventures, paddleboarding, and water sports to hiking, camping, things like that. People have done a lot of the artsy type things. We talked about the painting. And learning languages, too, is one of the more popular ones. People trying to pick up a language, which I guess if I had a hobby, that'd be the one hobby that I'm doing right now.
You have been.
Someone sent me a message that they are learning an instrument. I encourage everyone.
It's good.
Especially during now. I would learn an instrument. Virginia, you should already know how to play the Joker by now. If you would have started in March.
Why? You know how to play it. I mean, I can just watch you.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing that, you should set for yourself. And who knows when we're getting out of this, stupid little thing, this pandemic. I know Fauci was saying, maybe April, by the time we get enough of the vaccine out there that, we can start to see some light at the end of the tunnel. But even then, he's saying that it'd still be necessary even then to social distance, wear masks, and, do that kind of stuff, even by April.
Wow.
Yeah, 5-6 months away.
Even if people have a vaccine, they still have to wear a mask?
That's what Fauci was saying. I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm just like, wow, when you hear that, you're like, okay, when do we ever get back to normal? I don't know.
It's always good to have a light at the end of the tunnel. Unless it's a train.
Yeah. Right. I feel like that's what it is.
It's a train. It's 2020. It's definitely a train.
Yep. So who knows? But yeah, I think it's a good little thing to say, hey, whenever we get out of this thing, I'm going to have a skill or two that I learned, did some kind of improvement.
Yeah, remember we set our goals for stuff. By the end of the year, I'm going to have to give you my juggling quiz. Remember
You've still been working on juggling?
I have.
Okay.
I haven't worked on it in a minute, but I was starting to do it. I was starting to get it. And then, of course, right when I got it, I started to not do it anymore. But I think I'll be ready in December.
Okay. A month?
Quiz me, baby.
Okay.
Quiz it.
Sounds good. Well, I'll give that a shot.
Didn't we all have something we were going to learn and do by the end of the year? We wanted to see if we could challenge ourselves.
I think mine was the language thing, yeah.
You're getting better. I've noticed.
Getting better, yeah.
You haven't stopped.
No, I haven't. I've been pretty solid for about 2 years now. But it's the thing that I will tell you about learning a language, if anybody does try to go deeper in it, it is about, because I was doing the Duolingo, and simply that was it. And that's good. But I think there is more to it, because it doesn't really explain why certain rules are. It just marks you wrong. You're like, why? I don't know. And so for 2 years, I've been trying to figure out some ins and outs on that. So, and I still am trying to figure out how to learn Spanish the right way. I wouldn't say that I've totally got it down, but I'm using multiple methods now. And I truly need somebody that just would be talking to me. If I had somebody that spoke Spanish in my house, it'd be so much easier.
Me llamo tus... bonito camisa.
Okay.
Yeah. I like your pretty shirt.
Is that what it is?
Am I close? Camisa shirt, though.
Camisa, yeah. Bonita, yeah. Camisa, bonita.
Bonita,
yeah,
camisa.
sure, yeah.
Me llamo would be I like.
No.
No? Me llamo's not?
No.
What's me gusta?
Yeah.
Me gusta.
There you go.
Me gusta camisa. Camisa. Kevin.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah.
Getting there. I like it. Not bad. Not bad. All right. Anything you want to add, you can drop in. Hit us up, 877-979-WRMF. You can call or you can text. I love this. As first time texting or even trying to call. My job switched stations to you guys because of constant Christmas music. I have emailed before for my son's birthday way back in March. Logan Connor's teammate on Baseball at Phipps. Oh, yeah. We love listening to you guys every morning. And then I enjoyed the podcast myself. So,
nice.
Cool. So if you're one of those offices that said, no, we're not ready for Christmas yet.
It's too early.
Oh, it's too early. It reminds me that I'm not going to be able to see my family for 2020.
Or buy them any presents.
Oh, yeah. And if you are one of those people new to 97.9 WRMF or to the KVJ show, just want to let you know that you can win a free trip, a 5-star resort, the Sandals Negril Beach Resort and Spa in Jamaica. Somebody said I went there for a wedding 10 years ago. It is unbelievable. unbelievable.
I've seen pictures. It really is amazing.
Yeah, well, we've got Randy broadcasting there starting at noon today. You can hear her talking about it. It's 4 days, 3 nights. We do everything for you, including picking up the airfare. What you do, you listen to the radio station or the KVJ show for 4 hours on our free mobile app, 97.9 WRMF. You can download it absolutely free. Or the online streaming player. If you got an office, you could just go to WRMF.com and you put that through your streaming and listen that way.
Bam.
And then you get credit. And then every day, it's another entry to win a free trip on Fridays.
I love it.
Yeah.
And that
cool
every
stuff.
Friday we're giving one of these away?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, for the next month.
Oh, doggy.
Yeah, doggy.
These are big dog trips, too.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
Airfare, hotel. Jason was looking at the pool. Like, some of these hotel rooms, you walk on your own little patio out of your room, and it's immediately steps that go down to like a lazy river type pool.
Just if you're a sleepwalker, don't make a wrong turn. You're thinking you're peeing, and then you're going to be in that pool.
Yeah, it could be. What fountains I got here?
Y'all better lock your door.
Yeah. All right, Bird, shut us all down here for the day with your thought, my friend.
Again, real quick, want to wish everybody a happy fast food. National Fast Food Day is today. So go out there, stimulate the economy.
Yeah.
Plenty of people miss their share of happiness, not because they never found it, but because they didn't stop to enjoy it.
Damn.
Good one, Bird.
Gotta let you know we have a thing called the After the Show podcast, too, that you can actually watch live on Facebook and YouTube or get it on demand on that free app that I was telling you about. It's going to be starting here in just about 5 minutes from now.
You know how you hear people on the radio and you're like, I wonder what they look like when they're saying that. I wish I could see them. Well, you can. We're right there on youtube.com/KVJ.